All right, so let's talk about the dynamics of a successful campaign. There are different things that need to happen in a business that will really either make it or break it for you. So let's talk about those things very, very quickly here. The first thing that I look for when I'm doing a campaign to make sure it's going to be very successful is what is the business owner's attitude about what you're proposing for 30 days? Are they, do they think it's cool? Do they really think it's neat? Do they want to try something new? Are they open to different ideas? That is the number one component for a successful campaign when it comes to doing this SMS text message marketing. The second thing is you're going to want to, let the business owner know that there's an 80-20 rule in everything, and I believe that, but it really depends on the overall staff and the business owner's mindset. The staff have to get really excited about doing this. They have to be selling this. I've got, I like to do the secret shopper in a lot of my clients' restaurants and stuff, or businesses that we deal with, and just to see how the staff's doing when the business owner's not around. And you'll notice that if there's no major incentive for them to really push, getting signups, they won't really do it. So they need a major incentive, okay? So so making sure that the staff is very motivated and that the staff has an incentive to do this creates a big, big impact. Think about it. If there's a tabletop on the table at a restaurant and the staff, the waiter comes around and says, okay, who would like dessert today? What's the dessert? Okay, and he just starts, he doesn't even sell it. And there's a lot different if someone comes up to the table and says, hey guys, just to let you know, we have free dessert today. Dessert's on us. And they're going to say, oh, what do you mean? Oh, have you guys seen the tabletop? Guys, text message the word dessert to 43426 right now, right in front of me. Just do it. You'll get a coupon, and I'll bring you guys dessert. I'll bring you 4 desserts right now. That'll create a lot more signups than if someone's saying, doesn't even mention it or doesn't even try to push it. So get the signups. Every time someone signs up, the business owner has to understand that that's money in his pocket because he can now contact this person on a weekly, monthly basis. So starts with the business owner. Business owner has to be willing to put out an incentive. I like to do, $100 gift certificates. I like to do, dinner for 2 and a movie. And you create a competition within the staff so that people are really pushing it. So it depends on the industry. When it comes to setting up an exact campaign, it really depends on what industry you're hitting. If you're in a restaurant type industry, you want to have tabletops, okay, which we get them at our local dollar store. They're about $1 and they look really, really good. The second thing you're going to want to get are any type of posters or advertising. You want to literally have this all over the place, especially if it's a fun, neat place, neat restaurant, and they have a lot of space for marketing. If you're in a pizzeria or something like that, it should be everywhere. This, text in for your coupon should be everywhere. So marketing is big. You're going to have to give out flyers. That's something that we do when we're, when we're working with businesses. So everyone that comes in for lunch or whatnot, they get a flyer. There's also a tabletop on displaying right on the table, and there's also the waiter trying to get them to sign up. So it has to be a collaboration of all those things. The other thing is the subscribers, it will be very dependent on how good of a deal that you give them to sign up to the database. So if you've got a business owner who's like, you know what, I'm going to do a 5% discount, or I'm going to give a 10% discount, don't do it. You won't get people signing up for that. If you're going for a lunch and it's costing you $19, will you realistically sign up for a 5 or 10% discount to save 50 cents to $1? No. So make sure that the deal is very, again, I like to give away desserts. That seems to work really, really well. Desserts have a high perceived value and they're very cheap for business owners. One of my clients gives away a deep fried ice cream, and they're charging about $6 to $7 for the ice cream itself. which is deep fried, and it's got some fudge and stuff. It's horrible for you. And they are giving those away, and they cost them about $2 to make those. So they're very cheap, but it's got a pretty big perceived value. Appetizers work really, really well. If you're in a salon, what I would do is give away a percentage. You could also give away a percentage for the next time they visit. So you say, hey, if you sign up to our text messaging VIP list, you're going to get a coupon that'll be good for the next 14 days, and you're going to get that directly on your cell phone. It's going to be a 25% off for the next time that you come in. So it gives them a reason to come back very quickly in the business. If you are doing pubs or bars, great ideas here is that if you're doing an actual UFC event or something like that, I've had people do a UFC event in a bar, stop the whole event, right in the middle of it, and say, hey, we're giving away 2 tickets to the next UFC event in Toronto, which, crazy. UFC is crazy here in Canada as well. All you have to do is text message the word UFC to 634-635, and you'll be entered into the contest. So people just started. We had 375 signups. People just start texting in. It goes berserk, and they build their list very, very quickly. So that is a great way of doing it. Any type of event, they should be marketing their short code and the keyword all over the place to get signups. So that works extremely well. What's neat with this is then the business owner can log into their system, pick a winner right then and there on the spot, and it's fun. Everyone loves it. They get on the list, and every time there's a UFC event, guess what he does? He sends out a text message saying, hey, if you guys are coming up to the next UFC event, we're going to have prizes, you'll get 20% off your appetizers, things like that. So it's really awesome. Any type of other types of businesses that this works really well for are like higher end businesses, which will be willing to pay you much more money for setting them up on a system like this. So if you're looking at dentists, if you're looking at any type of business that has any type of appointments, so hair salons, this works extremely well for oil changers. Again, can you imagine offering someone 20% off their next oil change? All they have to do is text message the word oil change to a short code, and then they get their discount, and then automatically the system, you can set it up in SMS local consultant that it sends a message right before the date that their oil change should be due, or the week before, just to say, hey, don't forget, you've got a 20% off, come and see us. So it gets people coming back way more often. When you're doing appointment setting, you don't even have to sell this. Most people really like the idea of just getting a text message. If you're doing it for dentists and stuff like that, people love the idea of getting a text message directly to their cell phone just as a reminder to do this type of, to come into their appointments. So there are a ton of things that you can do to really help, ramp up subscription rates. Below this video, I'm going to put up an actual list of things that you can do, some great ideas. If you're working again in bars and pubs, get t-shirts done with the server's name on there to a short code, and try to get them to try to sign up people to the VIP list. So they're wearing this this t-shirt, they're running all over the place. There's 10 or 20 servers, and it just says text message the word Julie to 63462 to join our VIP list and get amazing discounts. And everyone who's dancing takes out their cell phone and they text it in. There's a ton of ways to do this, and in our members area forum, we're going to have a lot of discussion on ideas and things that have been working really, really well for others as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some ideas from it. But realistically, it starts with the business owner, goes to the staff participation, so make sure there's huge incentives, and then it goes to the marketing. So, tabletops, have all these types of posters going around all over the place. People are promoting it, get some buzz going around it. And then, it really has to do with creating an amazing offer so that people want to text in. Free dessert, free 25% off, free appetizer on your next visit. So much stuff you can do. Test, tweak, test, and best of luck to you. I'll see you on the next video.